How's it going, everyone? I am the one and only Kaiju Sage. Welcome back to a new video. And in today's video, we're going to be filming the third part of the series, the third and final part of the series of the State of Loot. The State of Loot in red maps. And here, let me tab back in for a second. And as you can see, I have very, very thoroughly beaten and cleared all of the T16 maps. I have completed the two quest versions of the 𝙀𝙋𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿 and the 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝙋𝘼𝙉, and I'm on my way to the Maven. I am one map off, which is the Coward's Trial. I don't remember where the map itself is located on here. Up here. Yep, I'm missing the Coward's Trial. And I've done a couple of other things. I've done a Guardian, a 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿 Conqueror, that's the word. And yeah, I'm just like farming red maps now. So it's time to give the final review of the loot at the end game of Path of Exile, at the state of end game. Once you have also, I have done, as you can see here, I have 123 of the Atlas skill points. I made a video yesterday. Excuse me. I made a video yesterday talking about my current Atlas tree strategy. If you want to watch that, you can go watch that video yesterday, from yesterday. And yeah, it'll go over everything, tell you, explain everything here. But here's another look at it if you want to pause the video and take a look at what I'm doing as far as the way that I am getting a lot of my loot and stuff. So there you go. But here, let me pull up the currency tab once again and show it all off. And I'll dive in and talk about my thoughts on everything here in just a second without further ado. But yeah, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. I'd really appreciate it. Help the channel continue to grow. I really appreciate all the support we've been getting of late. It's been great. And let's keep it up. Let's keep it going. Let's see just what we can make of this little project of mine and yours. So, yeah, let's talk about the state of loot in red maps and beyond into endgame, fighting endgame bosses and otherwise. So, I'll do a quick recap on the current state of my gear, as I've done every single time. So currently I have put the last investment into this build that I'm going to. I'm now going to start putting my investment into making a explosive arrow champion, I think. I'm probably doing champion. Could be an elementalist, but I think it's going to be a champion. Because I want to farm 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝙉𝙉𝘿. If you saw on my Atlas passive tree when I pulled that up, I already have the 𝙀𝙓𝙉𝙉𝙉 thing spec'd, the 𝙀𝙓𝙉𝙉 keystone, and I'm starting to build up Conqueror maps. That's part of what I'm doing, running all these maps and just building up currency to make my explosive arrow build. And yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to build it all up, but right now this will be the current state of the gear, and this is probably where it's going to stay. So I have this, cold iron. I have the same helmet, which is in theory supposed to be replaced by a devouring diadem. I did my first Katarina last night, and I did not drop it. I dropped the skin of the queen, or whatever it is, the body armor that gives you offerings and stuff, so I did not get lucky enough to drop a devouring diadem myself. And I'm not about to spend the 2 divines or 400 chaos for one. So I will try to get one myself, hopefully, for this character. And if I don't, oh well. I'll just keep trying to self-farm that. That would be the only other change that'll be made to the build, realistically. Same amulet, +1, some life. I literally was given this by my brother. And, I should, if I were to keep going with this build, I would need to try to get a +2 amulet and just really try to scale this up a bit more. I did buy this shield. This cost me 90 chaos or something like that, I think. But had high life, 22% spell suppression, which was exactly enough to 100% spell resist or suppression cap myself. Got this ring that I had last time. Same 6-link that I had last time. I believe I had this when I made my State of Maps Yellow video. And yeah, I mean, it's just high life, recovery, suppression. Same ring as before, never replaced it. Definitely should have replaced it, but it had high enough resistances that I just didn't feel like dealing with it. This I was trying to make gloves for my next build, so this will be a project that I keep rolling. Some more of the Eater of Worlds and 𝙀𝙋𝙋𝙉𝙉𝘿 currencies into it. But yeah, that'll be a project for later. Belt, this is, same belt. I just crafted armor evasion on it. And then the last thing was these boots. I don't remember if I had these in the State of Maps yellow video or not. I dropped a pair of blue two-tone boots with 30% movement speed and 29 cold res when I ID'd them, and I was like, no with it. I'll throw a Regal at it, and it Regaled T1 life, as you can see. It Regaled T1 81 life, and then I just crafted fire res because I needed some more fire res. I threw a couple of the what do you call them? The influenced currencies, the 𝙀𝙑𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿 and the otherwise, and within 4 or 5 of each, I hit 5% movement speed and poisons you inflict deal damage faster. So I just essentially just got the easiest crafting pair of boots that I've ever had in my life. To have 30 movement speed, T1 life, double resistance, and if I really wanted to keep going on the character, I could exalt slam them, but I'm not going to do that. Because I'm just, like I said, I'm now moving on to making my boss killer explosive arrow character and stuff like that. So, and if you want to know what build I'm doing, I'm literally just going to be, once again, this build was from 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿. I'm going to be following his explosive arrow champion and just exploring it because I have no idea how to play that character otherwise. So I'm going to just play his build, see what it's like. And then once I'm done with that, and once I have farmed 𝙀𝙀𝙔 and have gotten a bunch of currency, then I'm going to start making all of my builds that I've had ideas for. I'm going to start making the quadruple cast, consecrated path chieftain, and some other just crazy fun builds, just all the kind of wacky stuff that I have in my head. I'm going to make a bunch of for fun builds and a bunch of cool builds and stuff, and we'll get to that once we get to that. That'll be a little, like a week or two from now probably. But yeah, that's the state of my gear. I still have the exact same flasks that I had before. It's still just life, Jade, Stibnite, Quicksilver with some effect, and some, yeah, I mean, there you go. As you can see, I haven't even qualityed all of them up yet, so, you know, it's pretty, all of this is pretty achievable, pretty, you know, craftable. Cold Irons, you definitely want to trade for it, but if you're in SSF, you could definitely just, like, it'll take you some time. It might be really hard to find one, but you can probably find one. If not, just make a +2 dagger with some dot multiplier and you'll be all right. Yeah, I mean, that's about all the gear that I need to talk about. So the one thing that I will note and say that I screwed up on and should not have done, but last night, as I said, and as you can see here, I made some gloves. I used so many of these currencies, so it kind of skews and doesn't show anymore. I had 77 𝙀𝙬𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿 of the lesser Eater of Worlds. I had like 9, 5, and 2 of these. So the 9 of the lesser, like 5 or 6 of the greater, and 2 of the grand. And then this, I don't even remember. I think it was like 1, 4, and like I said, I had 77 lesser 𝙀𝙬𝙋𝘼𝙉𝙋, which makes sense when you consider, like I said, I have, I've spec'd all of this with this keystone, and I've spec'd up here to get more altars and stuff. So it makes a lot of sense that I would have had a bunch of those. It was exactly 77. I remember the number because I was like, wow, that is crazy that I have 77 of those. And then I spammed through them looking for a modifier that was actually supposed to be a 𝙀𝙀𝙋𝘼𝙉𝙉 modifier. Because, like I said, I'm trying to make explosive arrow gloves. I'm trying to make ignite proliferation gloves. And I screwed up thinking that was on Eater of Worlds for some reason, but it's okay. Pay attention. Always do your research before you start crafting. Make sure you know where a modifier comes from. There you go. But yeah, the state of loot overall is really, it's really, really good right now. Honestly, like, depending on what you, like, put your Atlas passives into, but reasonably, as long as you, like, put them in smart places and you don't just throw them wildly spread across the board, if you focus on, like, 2 or 3 mechanics, you're going to do fine. You're going to be fine. You're going to make a ton of currency. The state of rares has made the game so much more playable now. The loot from the game feels just incredible. I mean, like, last night I was just, plowing through some red maps, and I killed just a random rare enemy that dropped 5 6-socketed, white-socketed items. That was just really cool. But it was, it was just, at the end of the day, it was just 5 6-socketed items. But that's like, 40 jewelers. That's insane that I just, like, boom. Or no, it's 7 per, isn't it? So it's 35 jewelers, whatever. It's a lot of jewelers to just kill one rare, drop those items and just be like, okay then. The current representation is a little diluted because I sold 150 fusings, 159 fusings, I think, yesterday for like 50 chaos. And then I sold 40 orbs of unmaking for 40 chaos, which is how I have my current amount of chaos that I have. Everything else was just drops and killing harbingers. You get a bunch of exalt shards now because they're not that rare. I did finally manage. Last night I ran my the map device has harbingers on it, and I ran the free craft of harbingers on a T14 with a silver harbinger scarab. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it is, where is it? Harbinger scarabs, where you get this is 2, a silver is 3, a gold is 4 or 5, and then I don't know how many a winged scarab is. But yeah, I ran it with a silver, so I had +3 harbingers. I had +3 harbingers from the map device craft, and then I guarantee myself 1 harbinger from my Atlas passive stuff. And so yeah, I finally, after I don't even know how many harbingers I've done, finally got my first fracturing shards. These are insane, by the way. Fracturing shards, they're really rare, and if you manage to get a full fracturing orb, they are worth like 4 divines right now, folks. Like, I cannot tell you how much it is worth your time if you are going anywhere on this side of the tree. At least spec 1 harbinger right here. Just put 3 points in and get 1 harbinger per map, guaranteed. And if you can, try to get the harbinger boss, because between those 2 nodes, that's all you really need. You get so much currency shards and the potential for this. I price checked 3 fracturing shards. That's 90 chaos just chilling in my inventory right there. That is just like, I killed a couple of harbingers and got 90 chaos just vibing right there in my inventory. If I wanted to sell them, I'm currently just trying to stack up more of them because it would be kind of a pain in the butt to sell 3 fracturing shards. But that's a lot of chaos. As you can see, like I said, I've literally, these exalted orbs, I did not drop these. These just came from harbinger shards. And I can, as you say, I have 12 more. I've just killed a bunch of harbingers, and I'm going to keep doing it. I have 6 annulment shards. Yesterday, I had 7 ancient orbs, and I used them all on belts because I'm trying to get a Daedian Dawn, which is the belt that makes ignite steel damage like a lot faster. So I'm trying to get that. What was I? Oh, I do have one cool thing to show. I did manage. Yesterday, I realized and remembered that I need a rain of splinters for the build. And I had just a bunch. I had like 30 red jewels stored up. So I just corrupted a bunch of them. That's part of why I had like 50 fall orbs. And I just corrupted a bunch of crimson jewels. Got lucky, got a rain of splinters. It rolled really poorly, but I did get this. So, you know, with overall, I'm kind of rambling a little bit, and I'm sorry, but as you can see here, all this to say, the state of loot in Path of Exile feels really good. It is so much more playable than it has been in leagues past. I don't know why that's in there. But yeah, it's so much more playable than it has been in leagues past. I have had so much of a better time this league than I have in the last 2 or 3 leagues after like Arch Nemesis was released. Once Arch Nemesis went core and everything, it really did put a damper on the game. But now the game feels fun to play again. It feels like it is a like brand new, or I guess not brand new, but it's like the Path of Exile I used to love is alive and well again with some new tweaks, some new additions. It feels great, and I think this is the best that the state of the game has been in a long time. Yeah, I mean, that's all that I really have to say. Let me know how you're doing on the loot department. Are you doing as well as I am? Are you not doing as well as I am? I mean, let me know how you're feeling. Let me know what mechanics you're feeling are the most rewarding for yourself. And, if I enjoy your comment, I'll give it a heart. Yeah, I think I already said it, but don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. I'd really appreciate it. Help the channel continue to grow. And yeah, I mean, that's all I have to say about the state of loot. So I hope you all have a great day. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you for a new one tomorrow.